So right now what we're actually going to do is show you a trick on how to simplify square roots without actually knowing your perfect squares. It's a lot easier if you know your perfect squares. It's a lot quicker, but if you really are having a hard time learning your perfect squares, we can show you this trick on how to simplify square roots. So if you take the square root of 72, you're obviously going to get a decimal, and most teachers don't want that. So what they want you to do is write this as some number times the square root of a number that's left over when you can't actually factor out the perfect square. So the deal is we take 72 and we go ahead and factor it. This is like just doing factor trees, prime factorization. So pick any two numbers in the world that multiply together to give you 72. If it's an even number, the easiest thing to do if you have a really big number is just start dividing by 2 until you get something that you're more familiar with. In this case, most students would say 9 and 8. But again, any two factors that give you 72 will work. 9 is still not a prime number, so we keep factoring until we have prime numbers, but 9 factors into 3 and 3, and both are prime. I circle them just to kind of draw my eye to that when I get down to the end of this problem. So stop when they're prime. Now 8 factors into 2, which is prime, and 4, which is not, so we need to go ahead and factor the 4 as well. So the 4 factors into 2 and 2. Okay, so now we have the prime factorization of 72. The prime factorization of 72 is 3 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now the trick is you write your square root, put your doubles on the outside and your singles on the inside. So this is basically factoring out the perfect squares. So if you look, we have a double 3 right here. So we're going to cross out the double 3 and put one representative on the outside. We still have double 2's left, so we scratch out the 2's and put that double representation on the outside. So it's one of the doubles. Don't write them both, you'll miss it. Now we have a single 2 left over, so that goes on the inside. So the square root of 72 actually reduces to 3 times 2, which is 6 square roots of 2. Now you could have done that a long time ago if you knew your perfect square. 72 is the square root of 36 times the square root of 2. You can't actually take the square root of 2, you're going to get a decimal, but the square root of 36 is 6 square roots of 2.